Hello everyone, this is D Nice over here at the Print and Wear Bookstore in Portsmouth, VA, and welcome to yet another episode of Bookstore Shenanigans. Once again, I am your host, D Nice, your local bookstore clerk, associate, employee. I don't know what you officially call me. If you know my title, let me know in the comments below. Anyway, on today's episode of Bookstore Shenanigans, I just wanted to ask you guys for your advice as to what should I do as a bookstore clerk working here at the Print and Wear Bookstore during my downtime. So for example, right now, it is early in the morning. Whenever I come in here, it's always from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. So it's actually not that early in the morning. I lied. But I get here from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. is my normal shift on Tuesdays and Thursdays. However, usually in the morning, it's pretty slow. Usually when people do come in, it's like just throughout the day, it's just random spots throughout the day. So when people aren't here, I just have a lot of downtime in which I just kind of like exist here. And so I just wanted to ask you guys, what should I be doing during my downtime? So I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what I typically do during the downtime, what I have been doing, and then maybe some things that I'm thinking about I should be integrating into my daily routine here at the Print and Wear Bookstore whenever it's slow and there isn't anyone in here and I have time to like organize my thoughts or organize something in here. Because I am one of those people, I do not like getting paid to do nothing. I am one of those people who, like, if you want someone who wants to get paid to do nothing, go ask someone down the street, because it ain't me. It ain't your girl. I love to be doing something. I love to organize stuff. I love to make sure everything looks pretty. I love little assignments, so I'll make up my own little projects. And so this right here, even YouTube is one of my little projects that I made up because I'm like, I have downtime. I'm here anyway. How can we be an asset? That is my goal, is to be an asset to the Print and Wear Bookstore. And so let us begin. So one of the non-negotiables that I do while I'm here when I have downtime in the very morning, it's kind of actually lumped in with my opening routine. So obviously when you run a business, when you work for a business and you're on opening shift, there are certain things that you have to get done. There are certain like checklist items that you have to do to make sure the store is ready to open and actually physically open to the world for everybody to come in. So I do all that stuff. And then part of that process that I've integrated, that's a non-negotiable for me, because in the morning I typically have downtime, is prayer. So I do my morning routine of everything I need to do to open up the store, and then I immediately dive into prayer. So I pray over the Print and Wear Bookstore, I pray over the owners, I pray over myself, I pray that we're all overflowing with the Holy Spirit so that we can serve those in the community who walk through those doors, and that we can expand upon that and not just serve people who physically walk through these doors, but I pray that we can serve even people who just see us online, because technically if you're on social media, you're worldwide, you're international. So anybody around the world can see our content. So I just pray that we are overflowing with the Holy Spirit to be able to serve anyone in whatever form, medium that it takes place. I just pray that we're doing a good job serving the community, or whoever wants to engage with our content. So that's like a non-negotiable for me in the mornings when I have downtime, is I have to pray. So I kind of just tie that into my opening routine in general. So the next thing that I have tied into like my downtime time is this right here, is YouTube. So on my personal time, I like to, when I'm not working here, I showcase life here in the great state of VA in Virginia. And that's just what I do. I love doing it. It's a hobby and I would love for it to become my career. But I have been doing it for going on 3 years. It'll be 3 years in February this year. And I am working on transferring what skills I learned over 3 years doing that for myself and transferring it over here to the printed word. Thus, we're on YouTube now. So I've been doing YouTube infrequently for about 2 years, I'd say. And so although I'm not viral, I don't have millions of followers or anything like that. I don't even have 1,000 followers, but I started and I have over 500 at the moment. So it's better than not starting at all. So I was like, you know what? We have the phone, we have the store camera. Let's just start a YouTube channel. And so here we are, the Print and Wear Bookstore's YouTube channel. So that's one of the major things that I do now during my downtime, is every time I have a shift, I like to make some form of long form content, because we do a great job of updating our Facebook and our Instagram. So we do pretty good when it comes to the short form and posting consistently on that. But my job that I kind of just gave myself is to start working on our long form content. I don't know what bookstores are supposed to have for long form content. This is all experimental. We don't know what we're doing, but we're trying, right? And we're just gonna have faith that it's gonna do what it needs to do. So we're doing this YouTube thing, and that honestly has taken up a good portion of my downtime, because it's not just the time that it takes me to make the video itself. Obviously, the videos that I make are typically like 10 minutes and under. So the making the video itself, it doesn't take that time, but it's planning the videos. And what takes the most amount of time actually are doing the shorts, doing the funny shorts, doing skits and stuff like that. That takes the most amount of time for me because it takes a little bit of planning, and it's the editing for me that's just like, your girl doesn't edit. She doesn't like to edit. That's not my thing. That's not my vibe. But I also understand that people like certain types of content, and it needs to be edited to a certain degree for it to be palatable online. And so I am learning to humble myself, to just struggle through the editing process, to be able to make some of our shorter form content, the shorts and the reels, more digestible for more people, rather than just a one shot, which I typically like doing for my own content. I'm working on let's get more creative. Let's start making skits. So I'm praying that hopefully I can be overflowing with the Holy Spirit and tap into that God-given creativity to give you guys some better skits. So you guys saw the book tree rap did pretty well. That's something where it's like, that's all Holy Spirit right there, guys. It ain't me. Look at me. I can't rap. I don't rap. I don't make beats. I don't write raps regularly, but that's something where it's like, oh, I'm like, well, I'm feeling like we need a rap. I'm feeling like I need to sing. I'm feeling like I need to make a jingle. That's something where the Holy Spirit just said, well, I got you, because it's not my talent. Look at me. You can't see me with Questlove knowing anything about hip hop, can you? Because I don't. It's all the Holy Spirit. So I'm praying that more stuff like that will come out for you guys on YouTube and on Facebook and Instagram as well. When it comes to like shorter videos, skits, songs, hopefully I can learn how to make beats. That would be nice to make a real song, because I don't really want to use AI, to be perfectly honest. I would love to be human and stay human and stay in my God-given talents. And so just learn the skill rather than just let AI do everything. Because AI can't make a rap about a book tree like I can. Because yeah, it just, things just kind of fall into place. So I'm praying for more music, more skits, and more social media stuff to make during the downtime that I have here at the Printed Word Bookstore. I would also like to learn how to better tell a story. So stuff like this, like I could be sitting down here and I can tell you guys a story, which would be appropriate for the Printed Word Bookstore because we have plenty of stories here. So maybe it would be nice if I actually was well read and I gave you guys some better synopses of the titles that we have on our shelves so that you guys have a better idea as to the wide variety that we have. Because although we're a smaller space, we utilize this space very well, and we are slam packed, like shelf to shelf to shelf to shelf to shelf with different titles that you won't necessarily find any and everywhere else. And so I would like to be better at showcasing what we have on our shelves right now, because it's always changing. I walked in today and it's different from last week. Things have already moved around. We have different titles I see on our shelves. And I would just love to be able to showcase that stuff and be able to tell it to you guys in a way that is more entertaining, that is more educational, that is more edutainment. Is that the term? When it's like educational and entertainment at the same time, to keep your attention on the story that I'm trying to showcase to you guys. This is a real book. It's real nonfiction, fiction, historical, used, new. I want to showcase all the stuff that we have here. So that's something that I would love to dive into, is being a better storyteller for you guys so that I can bring you into the world of books and literacy that I have grown to love so much. Okay, what else do I do during my downtime? Sometimes, obviously, I clean around, I sweep, I wipe stuff around and stuff like that. So that's a downtime activity that I do. What else is there? Honestly, my main downtime activity is, in fact, social media. Sometimes I'll have to make calls for people. Sometimes I'll have to check up on stuff. But besides that, my downtime is my downtime. And so, guys, give me some advice. What should I be focusing on to better be an asset to the Printed Word Bookstore in Portsmouth, VA? What project should I take on? What are there any social media things that I should be doing while I'm sitting here? One thing that I used to do that's not related to social media, but I should get back to doing, is just perusing the shelves just to stay up to date on what we have on our shelves, and just maybe reading some not just the titles, but like some of the backs, so that I have a better idea as to what genres we have, what types of stories we have on our shelves. Because like I said, I've said over and over again, I am not well read, guys. I might look calm and demure and like I like to read in a cozy little cafe, and I do, but I'm not a fast reader, and I don't read like a lot of stuff at the same time. I'm super snail paced when it comes to my reading. So I'm not too well read. So I'm honestly not that accustomed to knowing exactly like when people ask for recommendations, what to recommend them. So one of the things that I do know I need to start doing is familiarizing myself with the stories on our shelves so that I can better be equipped to recommend books to people when they come in and ask for recommendations. So that is definitely a downtime activity that I can start working on, is just start to familiarize myself with each and every title that is on our shelves. And I'm not saying to read all of them in their entirety. I'm saying just to, kind of skim, maybe breeze through a couple pages, just read the back cover, read the inner cover, the inner flap, just to get an idea as to, oh, we have something on the American Revolution right over there. Oh, we have something on the Congo right over there. Oh, you want fictional work about historical fiction right over there. So just to have an idea when people come and ask questions, I have an idea, and I'm not just like, you can probably tell me better than I could tell you. So that's definitely a downtime activity that I can do. So, if you have any more suggestions for me as to what I should be doing to better be an asset during my downtime here at the Printerware Bookstore, please, 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 I ask of you, please put it in the comments and let me know. What should I be focusing most of my attention on? What little projects can I pick up along the way? Are there any clerical, administrative things that I should be doing while I am here during my downtime? People I should be reaching out to while I via email or something like that. Like I said, I've never been a bookstore clerk before. This is my first time, and I am their first employee. So everything is just a bunch of firsts. We're just trying things, we're experimenting, and it's like you don't know unless you try. But it's also, we're in that stage where you don't know what you don't know. And I know there's a lot that I don't know. And so that's why I'm asking you guys for your advice, especially if you do run a successful bookstore wherever you might be and you have employees that are doing a great job. Please let me know, what are they doing to be such great employees? How are they getting the word out that you exist? That's another thing. How can I better get the word out during my downtime that we exist? We are a bookstore. We are an indie bookstore, Black-owned, female-owned bookstore here in Portsmouth, VA, and we're just here just waiting for you with open arms. How do I get the word out that we are a bookstore and we're here to stay? So if you have any advice, please, please, please let me know in the comments, guys. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, beautiful, blessed day. Once again, this is D Nice over here at the Printerware Bookstore in Portsmouth, VA in the Churchland section. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments. If you have any questions for Mr. T, let me know in the comments. And lastly, but certainly not least, if you have any questions for Miss Tara, the lovely owner of the Printerware Bookstore, please, please, please put it in the comments below, and we will do our best to answer those questions. So have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed day, and until next time, goodbye, y'all.